Tired of spending a lot of damn money on these packs and not getting anything you wanted? Head on over to MrMuckCoin.com for the best, cheapest, fastest, reliable service. Make sure you use code GS for 10% off your purchase.
49ers Sherman.
All right, you beautiful pickleheads. Welcome back to another Madden 19 video. Today, we got ourselves another squad gameplay. We got my man Dez running the O. We got my man Little Beast running the head coach. Little Beast went 25-0 on Weekend League the other day, man. Proud of him, man. I watched him grow from a little young lad all the way to, one of the top players, even though he may not consider himself. He's very humble. Might not consider himself a top player. Right? He's a goon this year. And then we got myself being the defensive captain. So this was actually before I was able to hit 94 overall. So this gameplay was recorded a few weeks ago, and I meant to put it out a few weeks ago, but I just never was able to. And now, we're gonna go on ahead because I actually have a lot of stuff planned for the weekend. So we figure we'll go to our one in the chamber that we had with the squads gameplay to post for you guys. So you take a look at our opponent's squadron, and they are completely stacked. You see 97 Ricky. They got complete animals over there that we got to try and stop. And Ricky is one of them. 97 overall Ricky. Like, sheesh. So right here, he's got Vic. He's rolling out, and then he throws underneath. And thankfully, he ran backwards and actually lost a few yards right there. So on 3rd and 9 right here, big crossing routes. I wasn't sure which one to try and cover because he had like a high-low concept, one below me, one on top of me, and I wasn't sure which one to go for. Unfortunately, my stupid self went for the underneath route, knowing it probably was going to go for the deeper one, and I end up giving up completion. So 3rd and 3 right here, and I think nobody was running over G at this point. Everyone, I think we're running 4-3 wide 9, and then I think maybe some DB fire, and I think I'm mixing in some 4-6 fire zone. This was before all that stuff was patched. So right there, we end up bottling up Vic. And 4th and 9, they're going to go for it. And I don't know what the hell happened right there for our D tackle to come absolutely screaming like that. But, we'll take it. And Dez has very, very, very phenomenal offense. Unlike Drift, who's a hater, Dez actually throws me the ball because I'm always open. And that's a factual fact. I'm always open in squats. I'm open all the time. Like, I'm open right there. So he goes on ahead and throws it to me, and of course, I make a big play. Big players come up big in big situations. And damn it, I always need the ball. I'm always hungry for the ball. So feed me, feed me, feed me. So big touchdown right there, taking a 7-0 lead. So we're back again on defense. That right there was a very good start. We got to stop. We put up a score. We get the ball at half. And then, we're just getting insta sheds right there with Bryant Young. This is definitely a few weeks old. Bryant Young hasn't been on my field since I picked up Aaron Donald, because now I put Aaron Donald at D tackle, and I put Curse or Mac, and oh my god, we're trying to make him fumble. We're trying to kill him and make him fumble. How my defensive adjustment is now: I put LT at right end, I keep Curse at left end, and D tackles I put Mean Joe Green and Aaron Donald. And another touchdown right there, putting us up 14-0. And Dez Beast and I have played quite a bit, and we haven't really lost too much. I think I've only lost maybe 3 or 4 games out of like the 40 or 50 that we've played. So we've done pretty well together. Definitely got good chemistry. Dez, again, is a top quarterback when it comes to squads, which sucked because he quit not too long ago. When 2K came out, he pretty much was done with Madden. And it sucked because we started playing with him, and when you got it's very difficult finding a good offensive coordinator. Like finding a defensive coordinator is a lot easier than offense, and anybody can play head coach. But finding a good offensive coordinator with a good team and know what they're doing, you guys got good chemistry, is very difficult. And we started playing with them, and we started doing pretty well with them, man. And then he just quit, and I was devastated. But then he came back, and I was elated. I was ecstatic. I was extremely happy because he does very, very well. We got good chemistry together, and he just runs a very, very fluid offense. 3rd and 5 right here. We're sending like 15, and Michael Vick sheds the sack, but we end up getting him down anyways. 4th and 13, just to somewhat keep them in the game. They're going to go on ahead and settle for 3. But again, we do get ball at the half, so this is our game to lose at this point. And squads, again, is a very, very, very momentum-based game mode. That's why you'll see a lot of people, including my team, where we'll punt the ball on 4th and 2 because field position is very, very big in squads. You got 3 users out there, so a lot of plays that are very effective are taken away because of the extra users. Like Pat Sales would never work in squads, right? Because with 3 users, I watch the middle. One person will watch the left crosser, the one person will watch the right crosser, and it's shut down. Plays that are very effective, such as crossing routes, have no room in squads because they'll be usered and they'll be shut down, and they just won't have any room to make those throws with us, manually covering them. So the offense is just very, very difficult to do. That's why finding a good offensive coordinator is very, very, very difficult. You show me a good squads team, then you're showing me an offensive coordinator that's a monster. Because defense does help. Don't get me wrong, it definitely helps. But, whew, Lord knows that you need yourself a goon on offense in order to make something happen on squads, man. Because I can't tell you how many games I've lost. Like, my record is not the best. Because when I first started out, like, I had no idea what I was doing in squads. I had no idea what plays, worked. Like how there's go-to plays on head-to-head, such as Pat Sales and crossing routes and Pat's verts and bunch and all that stuff. There's plays that specifically are tough to stop in squads, and I didn't know any of that. So it took me a while to really figure out what people do in squads that's very effective until we started playing like top-tier players. And, of course, as any top player should, when you're facing a top-tier player in head-to-head or squads or any game mode, if it's effective, you want to be able to utilize that, take that, and add it to your own offense because it's definitely helpful. As Richard Sherman just gets completely annihilated right there on the mid blitz, and that right there puts them back in the game. So it was a long, long learning curve when it came to squads, but now we're set. We know what we're doing. I play with again a lot of top 10 players, and I'm able to see what they run on offense, and I'm able to pass that info along to my offensive coordinators, and I see what they run on defense, and if it's effective, I'm able to take it and add it to my own arsenal, as well as people probably taking some of my defensive stuff and passing it forward. It's definitely something that takes a lot of time learning on the curve of squads and whatnot, but it's by far the most fun thing in this game. Like, it's not even close. Right there, we somehow got a recovery. We'll take it. That right there was, I don't know what that was, but we will gladly take that. Right there, wide open over the middle is sharp, but he ends up dropping the pass, unfortunately. But we are in field goal range. We do have the opportunity to go up at least a full touchdown. But Eddie George, does he get stopped shy of it? No, he actually gets the first down. We don't want to make any mistakes right here. And as we say, that almost throws an interception. It's like, all right, Des, let's throw ourselves a dot here, and unfortunately we throw ourselves an interception. Try to jump on the back of the end zone, but I believe I have Tyreek Hill there as a user. You don't want that. You want somebody tall for that, to be effective. But we're back on defense, and outside of us just randomly running mid blitz and them just coming screaming, we've been doing a very good job of limiting their offense. Not giving them too much time to make any plays happen. Right here, he's just scrambling, running in circles. We send a spy, throws right at our user, and it gets batted down. So right here, they're going to go on ahead and punt the ball. And again, in a head-to-head situation, you probably don't see that often. But in squads, even on 4th and inches, like you just can't really take the chances like that, sometimes, because if you don't get it, it's going to be very, very, very hurtful. And one thing that is a very annoying thing in squads is a good D-line user. Like, I know a good D-line user is something that is, well, a D-line user in general is chastised in head-to-head. But if you got a good squads D-line user, you just get, like, insta sheds, and it's hell. It's so frustrating to deal with. But you see another close game right here, 14-10. We're back again on defense, and we got to try to make a play. Well, not a play, but big stop. And unfortunately, man, Ricky gets off a very, very big 20-yard run right there. Cuts back inside. Beautiful one cut, because that definitely over-pursued right there. 2nd and 7 right here. Trying to, hopefully get some pressure here, but his blocking is just fantastic. We don't get a single shed. He has all day. We send a spy. That was the only thing that got to him, because Lord knows that we didn't get a single shed whatsoever. And again, almost no sheds at all. And we get to him, but he ends up throwing a dot towards the sidelines. And It's like none of our pressure is coming in. His blocking is just phenomenal. Look at this. Like, look at this blocking. I would never lose a game if I had this much time in the pocket. That was a clean 5-6 seconds out the pocket before he had to move and make a decision. Like, that's crazy. Like, you better act like we got 98s and 97s on the D line with the merge lineup. Like, you better act like we got goons out there. Like, why can't we get a shed or anything like that? 2nd and 5. They're approaching the end zone right here. Still have our spy because you got to be careful with Vic. We end up sending the spy and it gets caught on the block. So, whew, just good maneuver inside the pocket right there. And that right there was a beautiful tackle right there by Kevin Green. Big 4th and 2 right here. We're only sending 3, not like it mattered. We were sending 5, sending 6, and we couldn't get anybody to get in the backfield. He throws over there towards the end zone, and it is a bad user time drop pick, but nonetheless a drop pick that is going to seal the game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, man. We're going to go on ahead and be signing out, man. Again, a good squads gameplay. So fun to watch and participate in. Really, really, really wish, I know it sounds like a broken record at this point, but I really wish EA would do something about this as far as, you know, running tournaments and having the community. Like, can you imagine a top-tier squads gameplay with, you know, there's so many names you could, like Joel, Joke, and W on the same team. Like, it would just be so much fun to watch. Like, it's so fun to watch, man. But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed, man. We're gonna go ahead and be signing out, man. Until next time, peace.
Man, GS ahead of me on the leaderboards, even though I got a better record. More Super Bowls in time.
I keep forgetting I could just hold in and get out of these cutscenes.
It's not letting me.
Oh yeah, it's not letting me.